are welcome. Owner.
I know it's my answer.
Oh, frozen. All money goes to the bottle house.
Welcome to the 32nd Annual Labor Day Parade. Our first parade was really a community parade. We may have had a couple of unionists in the parade, but it was mostly Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts and immigrant cultural groups, and it was lovely, but it's truly labor represented here today, and I welcome all of you. Thank you so much for being here. And now I invite the Passaic County Color Guard.
Detail. Attention. Forward. March. Left. Left. Right. Left. 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 Detail. Mark time. March. Left. Detail. Hold. Right. Face.
And I'd like to introduce Joe LaFalce to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance and the Star Spangled Banner.
Detail. Present. Arms. Give name double.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you so much, Joe. Color Guard dismissed.
Detail. Left. Straight. Forward. March. Left. Left. Right. Left.
Thank you so much for your service.
Left. Right.
This year is, in addition to honoring workers for all of the wonderful products that you produce, all of the security that you provide, all of the buildings that you build, we're also going to remember 4 champions of labor who are not with us this year but have been with us previous years. Starting with Sheriff Berdnick, of course, our dear Congressman Bill Pascrell, AFL-CIO attorney Richard Lockey, and our most recent loss, the president of the New Jersey Industrial Union Council, Carol Gay. So as a tribute to all of our dear friends who we know are here in spirit, but we miss their presence, we're going to have the New Jersey Industrial Union Council Solidarity Singers sing Solidarity Forever.
We hope you all sing it with us. Just give us a moment. Among Carol's many other accomplishments, she was a co-founder of this group. the choruses with us, I know you know them. When the union's inspiration through the workers' blood shall run, there can be no power greater anywhere beneath the sun. Yet put forth on earth the seeker and the feeble strength of one, but the union makes us strong. Sing it out now. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. They've taken untold billions. They have taken untold billions that they never thought to earn. But without our brain and muscle, not a single will return. We can break their haughty power, gain our freedom when we learn that the union makes us strong. Come on now, solidarity! Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. Here comes the moral. In our hands is placed a power greater than the hoarded gold, greater than the might of armies magnified 1,000-fold. We can bring to birth a new world, the ashes of the old, for the union makes us strong. Come on now. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. One last time, come on. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong.
Thank you so much, Bennett Zarofsky and the New Jersey Industrial Union Council Solidarity Singers. Say their name.
Carol Gay presenter.
I'm so happy to introduce the mayor of the borough of Haledon, none other than Michael Johnson.
Thank you and good morning. As we all prepare for what is known as Labor Day tomorrow, we honor it every year prior to that date here in Haledon, right before that day. And we know that many, many workers fought so very hard just in the next city, in Patterson. But they settled here, right here for many years, where they're organized. They made tribute and great advances towards what you have today. Just think of those who have gone before us, who have made the path for us to get to where we are. Just a few years ago, I could recall being a councilman, and there were a few locals represented here. And I would always be beholden to the postal union because I was a letter carrier years ago, excuse me. But to see everyone here, the electricians, roofers, sheet metal workers, and so on, the color is just a great representation of those unions who are strong. And I would be remiss if I didn't thank those who are standing here with us and those who have gone before us, like our great fighter, Congressman Bill Pascrell, who fought so hard for the unions because he understood and knew that if we don't do it, somebody will take everything away from us. I just remember last year when he spoke of the nurses who were having a tough time with their workers, and to my knowledge, they did get their contract right.
Yeah, they got a contract, but they were out for,
A long time.
18, 19 weeks.
So imagine that. If our great representatives don't fight in unison with us, what will we have? We won't have much, if that, very little. So this right here means so much to so many, and we don't come out just for a show. We come down and we stand in solidarity for what we have and what we can grow with. For this future will always look bright as long as we all stand and fight together. So while we have our burgers and hot dogs and all that stuff, we also come here and assemble because we know the importance it is for Labor Day. Thank you. Enjoy the parade. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much. I know that a lot of the unions were mentioned. I just saw Jimmy Kearns from the Painters Union. Jimmy, could you rate? Okay, so I don't know if you remember what the House looked like last year, but it was in disarray, and thanks to the efforts of so many of the unions, but Pat Kelleher, who connected us to a contractor who provided the carpentry work, and then of course our dear painters, Jimmy Kearns, who actually painted the house and would not take a dime, not a dime. And so I want to recognize you for all of the work that you did here. Thank you very, very much. So my trustee, Tom Kelly, said, that's good because we didn't have one. Our other trustee, our other trustee is Shep Cohen, who is with us, a labor attorney who we are forever grateful for all of the work that he does on our board. So Mayor Johnson was kind enough to remember Congressman Bill Pascrell. And if you have been reading the paper or listening to the news, you know that one very, very special person has been appointed to run for his seat. And I would like to introduce none other than Senator Nellie Poe.
Thank you so very much. First and foremost, let me just say that I, too, want to pay tribute and honor to the late Congressman Bill Pascrell. He was a friend. He was a mentor to me. He was a beloved person by all. He was a true fighter in every way of every part of the way. When you think in terms of his legacy and what he truly believed in, so it is for me with mixed emotion because we didn't really get a chance to really have the opportunity to mourn him, and yet we immediately got into this process. The law requires that, but we are here. He will never be forgotten. He will always live in our hearts and certainly in mine. So I just wanted to make mention of that. And of course, the others that were mentioned that we have also lost, all the work that they've done with respect to making sure that the commitment and dedication to the hardworking men and women of every single union representative all throughout our local area, our county, our state, and our national, that we do not forget that it's all about making sure that we continue the good fight of making sure that you receive the much deserved support that you need in making sure that you get good wages, livable wages, respect in terms of your position and each of your job, and making sure that we stand true and that we continue to fight just as hard as we have always done. I have been in office for a long time. I've represented the 35th Legislative District. I am no stranger to the union's representative. I have fought. My record is very clear to making sure that, and I can tell you that I will continue to do that with great deal of vigor, and I will continue to dedicate and commit myself on those issues that are important to you, as I've done in my tenure as the state senator. I want to especially thank, before I continue, and I needed to probably do this at the very beginning, but thank the Bottle House, the members of the board, to all of you who really continue to allow this type of every year to commit yourself to making sure that we do not forget the fight, the struggle, the commitment, the effort that took place in this very same location 108 years ago. We know that without them, we would not be here today. We know that without their sacrifice, things would be very different. So I want to express my appreciation for all the work that you do, because you continue to educate the young people on the importance of what the labor union is all about and that commitment. In conclusion, let me just say I want to especially do a shout out to all the dignitaries that are here and that are here, not behind me, but beside me. Let me just say that, but especially to this year's Grand Marshals, Tom Kelly, congratulations. To Susan Butterfield, congratulations. To Brian Jackson, congratulations. Brian, we know that these three individuals behind me and many, and certainly the three individuals behind me are so deserving of this recognition. I've been here each year. I've had the opportunity of express my appreciation for all those before them. But let me just say, let us move on. Let us continue to fight and let us march as we always have for all the things that are important to us and to you and your family. Thank you so very much for your support.
Senator Poe has been so instrumental in helping the museum get funding from the state, so I thank you for that. Thank you. I just see a latecomer, Andre Saya. You come on up. Mayor Patterson, if you want to say a few words, and make it brief, okay?
I guess I have a reputation. Happy Labor Day. Happy Solidarity Day. So Angelica, sorry, yeah, I know you have a stem winder. Angelica and I go way back in 1995. As a proud Pattersonian, I wanted to learn more about the Silk Strike of 1913. And so when I was a sophomore at Seton Hall University, I found out about the American Labor Museum. And I met Angelica, and I fell in love. But unfortunately, I was too young for her. But nevertheless, I fell in love with the labor movement here at the American Labor Museum. I fell in love with the fact that the Bottos were not afraid to open up their homes. When the mayor of Patterson, wasn't me, would not allow individuals to strike in their city, they came here to Haledon. They came to the Botto House. They came to express what they are entitled to do. And so today we celebrate Marie and Pietro Botto. We celebrate the Wobblies, Elizabeth Gurley Flynn and Carlos Tresca, all those, Big Bill Haywood. We celebrate them because we couldn't be here without them. And I'm not going to steal Tom Kelly's thunder, who is the Hibernian of the Year, but I want to let you know we couldn't have Labor Day if it wasn't for a Pattersonian. Matthew McGuire, a machinist from our city, was the one that we credit with coming up with the concept of Labor Day. And I want to also point out Pat Kelleher, who I wouldn't call him a thorn in my side. I'd say now he's an advocate. Because of him, now the city of Patterson is poised to adopt a project labor agreement. So we'll have a PLA in Patterson. Yes. Thank you, Pat. It was all you. Just save me a hot dog later. And I want to salute all those that are laboring in the vineyard. All of the individuals that are gathered here, all the unions, all the men and women, especially the postal workers. I don't see them, but I want them to know. There they are. Very good. Rain, sleet, snow, COVID-19. They can't stop them. And to the teachers, Happy New Year. And I wish you continued success. Angelica, I think I have about 20 seconds left, right? No, that's it. Thank you very much, everybody. Take care.
Pat Kelleher is a trustee on our board, a former Grand Marshal. I think that was last year. Come on up. No, you want to take pictures? All right. All right, you're afraid it's going to collapse? Okay. I know. Okay.
Pat, come on.
Pat.
I would like to invite Assemblywoman Rosie Bagoli from the 27th Legislative District to come up. She has something special for our honorees.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Labor Day. So I was told not to read every ceremonial resolution I brought today, so I'm gonna go ahead and not do that. But I do have a couple of words. My heart has always been with the labor movement. I started teaching at the young age of 20. This will start my 24th year in education. They call me a veteran. I prefer seasoned. 24 years being part of a union. My entire adult life has been dedicated to the labor force, united with the NJA, the NJPSA, and NJASA to make sure that fair wages are brought to our educators across the board. I just said to Sue, I feel like I gave birth to a baby. I just negotiated my union contract within 10 days of expiration and ratified it right before the school year started, so our teachers could have the salary and wages they deserve. I know what it means to fight for every inch and every dollar of everything we have earned. My kids are here today. I got them out of bed. Because their great-grandfather died at the age of 55 after 20 years of being the president of the garment union, the ladies' garment union, and he gave his life also negotiating a contract on behalf of the labor movement. My kids had to get out of bed today so that they can learn that this family does not cross a picket line. Now more than ever, we need to stand united, we need to stay strong, and we need to continue our fight to ensure that we have everything that our families need, that you, as you go out every day in labor, have everything that you need, that you have your fair wages, that you have your pensions at the end of this long road of work. So today, I'm going to start with Sue, because she's an educator after my own heart. President of the Passaic County Education Association, a fellow educator, you have championed the rights of teachers, and our future is brighter because of your tireless work. So on behalf of the state of New Jersey, I am joined with my co-assemblywoman of the 27th. Thank you, Passaic County, for adopting us. We represent Clifton. We congratulate you. This is a joint resolution from the Senate. Senator McKeon, along with Assemblywoman Collazos-Gill and myself.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. Brian Jackson, come on up. He's hiding in the back. He can't hide. Brian, President of the Passaic County Building and Construction Trades Council. Brian, under your leadership, our tradespeople have built the infrastructure of our communities, and your dedication to your workers is inspiring. On behalf of Senator McKeon, Assemblywoman Collazos-Gill, and myself, we thank you on behalf of the state and the Senate.
Thank you so much.
Assembly and Senate. Finally, the man of the hour. We recognize Tom Kelly, President of the Passaic County Central Labor Council, a 34-year member of the IBEW. Woo! And trustee of the Bada House. Tom, your outspoken leadership and advocacy have united workers across sectors, reminding us that when we stand together, shoulder to shoulder, we can achieve extraordinary things.
Absolutely.
Go, Tom! Yay! Here you go, Tom.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Wait, did I not handle it? Now I got myself all messed up. Okay, and the last one, Dr. Angelica, this is for the Botto House on behalf of us. Thank you for all your hard work and dedication. Yeah, we tried to surprise you. Thank you for... You can't be left out. This is all because of you, your hard work, your dedication, maintaining this museum and giving us a little bit of history that we come back to. The labor movement has to be recorded by someone, and you have taken that on, so we appreciate you very much. On this Labor Day, I want to remember that you are the backbone of this nation. You build it, you moved it, and you make it work every single day. As long as we stay united, no force on earth can stop us. So thank you and congratulations to the honorees and congratulations to all of you today. Happy Labor Day.
Thank you so much. You know, Rosie mentioned how awarding it was when she was able to negotiate a contract with her union. Really, very quickly, get up here, Jen. I have Jen. I feel like Jen is my daughter. Jen's dad has been to every single single Labor Day parade with Jen up until the time that he passed, but we know he's here in spirit. And Jen has been very, very active in the labor movement. I feel like he is so alive inside of her, and all of the work that she does is through his encouragement within her being. You're not gonna believe this one. She just came back from West Palm Beach, Florida. I'm going to repeat that. West Palm Beach, Florida, successfully organizing AFSCME workers and
Saved the union.
and saved the union contract. So congratulations to Jen. I am so proud of her. Yeah, that's right. Yes, that's right. Another group of people who have been so supportive of the American Labor Museum. As a matter of fact, that's how we did get the funding for the work that's going on here at the American Labor Museum is the Passaic County Board of Commissioners. And, I just noticed, our last year's Grand Marshal, Sean Spiller, come on up. Thank you for coming. So I'd like to mention our County Commissioner John Bartlett, our County Commissioner Sandy Lazara, Danielle Ireland Imhoff, our Passaic County Clerk. Is there anyone who I did not mention? Tommy Adamo from the Commissioners. Sheriff's Office, I'm so sorry. And Rod DeVore from the Passaic County Commissioner's Office. So thank you. Is there one person from the Commissioner's Office who would like to make some comments? John? John Bartlett.
Sandy, I was gonna defer to my union member colleague here, Sandy Lazara, 25 years as a teacher. We are proud in Passaic County to have worked with so many of you for so many years. We're especially proud that culminated earlier this year with the adoption of a project labor agreement and a responsible contractor law, and also with the work that we do directly with your unions to hire employees directly for the county through our partnership with your unions for project and seasonal work. And it's an extraordinary partnership. Also at Passaic County Tech, where Rodney DeVore is on our faculty administration up there. The partnerships that we have with you that lead our students into those apprenticeship programs and into their own membership in unions as that next generation is something that's very important to us. We appreciate your partnership and we're grateful for your support. Thank you.
And now, to the moment you've all been waiting for, to meet the three champions of labor. Tom Kelly, President of the Passaic County Central Labor Council, Sue Butterfield, President of the Passaic County Education Associations, and Brian Jackson, President of the Building Trades in Passaic County. Put your hands together and welcome our three Grand Marshals of the 32nd Annual Labor Day Parade.
Hello, everybody. I'm Sue Butterfield. I guess that's obvious with standing up here with the two gentlemen. It's so exciting to be here and representing the 10,500 plus, because it's September. We'll be signing people up as they enter the profession, educators across Passaic County. You know, as exciting as it is right now to start school, it's been a challenging year for labor, as Angelica mentioned. It's been a challenging week in Passaic County. And as we, you know, reflect and remember, you know, for example, Congressman Pascrell, and we had to say goodbye to him this week. You know, it's during these tough times, it's during these times of challenge and sadness that you see and learn where your support system is, where your love is, where the people that support you are. And I was thinking about that, and it reminded me that that's what a union is. Your union is your work family that has your back no matter what's happening. It's unconditional love, it's support, it's the people, and I'm looking at my family that's here, my union family that's here, the people that are not only at this point colleagues, but friends, but you know, truly family members that the union creates for you. And that came, of course, to be very true during COVID. And COVID is the reason that the three of us are standing here. We all lost union members during COVID, due to COVID. You know, those of us that were not on the front lines in the medical field, we were providing the infrastructure so that our colleagues could do that work on the front lines in the medical field. You know, we have the roofers, we have the educators, we have the communication workers, and all the other union folks that are here were doing that hard work during COVID, and we lost members. And so Tom Kelly had an idea about a COVID labor memorial in Passaic County. And if you know Tom, you know that if Tom calls you with an idea, you're in for a lot of hard work, and it's also going to be very meaningful. So the three of us started talking about that memorial with Angelica, and we also started talking about how powerful it is for our three unions to work together. And I just wanted to share, that's the reason why the three of us are up here. We have a lot to look forward to. We have not only the memorial that we're working on is in progress, but we also have just, you know, many ways to support each other. And it's really exciting what the future holds for labor in Passaic County. So again, super excited to be here. And before I turn it over to my colleague, I came up with a little joke. We'll see how it goes. So a teacher and a roofer and a communication worker walk into a bar, and a lot of shit gets done. That's it.
Wow. I don't know how to follow that up. I definitely don't know how to follow that up.
I know. Raise this for you.
Yeah, a little. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Wow. I still don't know how to follow that up. But, guys, I just want to, first of all, my name is Brian Jackson. I am the president of Passaic County Building and Construction Trades Council, and I'm also the business manager and financial secretary treasurer of the Roofers Local 10 Union here. Guys, I just want to say it is my pleasure to be out here with you guys today, and I am overwhelmed by the amount of people and support that you guys have shown us. Sue said it, the three of us, I don't call us the three unions, I call us the big three. I'm gonna steal that name. We're the big three, and we try and get things done and do it in solidarity. And also, I want to thank the Passaic County Commissioners. Earlier in the summertime, we have also got a PLA done throughout the county-wide PLA. So that in itself is big. That allows our unions to stay working in Passaic County. Also, Mr. Mayor Andre Saya also mentioned that we're working on a PLA in Paterson, New Jersey, too. And to the surrounding counties and, surrounding towns, we will be coming to knock on your door as well. So look for us. Mayor, Mayor Johnson, you're up next. I just want to thank my family for coming out, not only my union family. I want to thank my wife and my kids for coming out. The other Brian Jackson, yes. Also, again, to the postal workers, Passaic County Sheriff, everybody who came out, Teamsters, everybody, all unions, plumbers, also. Everybody who came out today, I want to thank you guys, and you'll be seeing a lot more of us. Thank you.
Can you hear me, brothers and sisters? Yeah. Hey, you can do better than that. Can you hear me, brothers and sisters? Yeah. That's better. Hey, first of all, I want to congratulate my Grand Marshals. Listen, I didn't write a joke. Sue beat me to it. And to tell you the truth, when Brian first called us the Big Three, I was a little insulted. I thought, hey, he's taking a shot at my weight, but it's all good now.
That's your joke, Tom.
The great thing about being on a group text with Sue and Brian is Sue corrects our text and sends it back to us. Makes us do it over again. That's the wrong tense. That's the wrong this. Okay, thank you, Sue. Guys, I want to thank my family, as everyone said before. My wife's here, my kids. They put up with my crazy schedule with the Passaic CLC, with my work in the IBEW, with the Labor Museum. They put up with it. My next family is IBEW 827. They're back there. These guys are here every year, volunteering and giving out those hot dogs. They donate them in here every year. The next family I have is the CLC. The CLC puts up with every crazy idea I have. I'm like, hey, let's take 150 kids to a Jackals game from Patterson. They're like, all right, where's Calvin, our treasurer? Calvin was much younger when he started, before he was my treasurer, but listen, we pulled 80,000-pound tanks for veterans. We do so much for the community and so much for labor. I couldn't be any prouder to be part of an organization. I am the Central Labor Council. And I'll tell you right now, a lot of people being honored today. We have a hero with us today of labor who's going to say no one should talk about him. He should go unnoticed. Pat Glover is the COPE director for the Passaic Central Labor Council. Where's my plumber apprentices and the people that did the labor walks last year with me? Who was with us? Hey, let me hear you. Pat Glover was diagnosed with cancer right before we started those labor walks. And he scheduled his chemo and radiation early in the week so he wouldn't miss one labor walk. And people were there to know every Saturday Pat was there. No matter how sick he was, he literally had to hold his throat weeks to talk. But every Friday night he was there putting those packages together, and every Saturday morning he had 100-something kids out on the street every Saturday morning, no matter how much work it was. That guy right there is a labor hero. Give it up for Pat. There's no better place to spend Labor Day than in Haledon, Passaic County, New Jersey. That's right. Does everyone know what Grover Cleveland was? Yeah. You know what's unique about Grover Cleveland? He's the only president born in the state of New Jersey. And you know what else is unique? It took a Jersey guy to sign Labor Day into federal law. The reason we have this is because we elected a Jersey guy president, and that's why we have Labor Day. And as the mayor said, Matthew McGuire was in the machinist local out of Patterson 344, which is now machinist IM9 out of Lyndhurst, who came up with the original idea for Labor Day. And thanks to that Jersey guy, we now have Labor Day. He passed that idea on. It got signed in the state and then signed by the federal government. And listen, if you don't think Passaic County is the best labor county out there, we had to send Jen all the way to freaking Florida to get it organized. They needed to go from Passaic County to get it done. And you know what she did? She got it done.
Yeah.
So where we stand today, as people said before, in 1913, there were 25,000 people on strike. 25,000. If you go in the house, look at the pictures, packed as far as the eye can see, 25,000 people. They weren't united by race. They weren't united by their religion. They weren't even united by their language. They were united by some crazy ideas. An 8-hour workday. Kids, there you go, give it up for the 8-hour workday. That kids shouldn't be forced to work in factories. The 5-day work week. All that stuff came from the very people that stood right where you're standing now. So when I say this is hallowed, sacred labor ground, it sure as hell is. And it always will be. And thanks to Angelica and Evelyn and Robert and everyone on the board, it stays that way. And those things, those crazy ideas they had then, continue now. We continue with, can we get a project labor agreement for Passaic County? And we did. Can we get one for Patterson? And we're gonna. The work will always continue. Hey, we want labor to be taught in public schools.
Yes.
Labor should be taught in public schools. So there'll always be more work for us to do. There'll always be more things for us to do. But I'm telling you right now, the birth of Labor Day and the birth of so much of what we stand for came right out of Passaic County, right out of New Jersey, right off the very spots where you're standing. So guys, have a great holiday. I appreciate this honor. It was great. And one of these years I'm going to use the microphone because I'm be too old to yell. Thank you, everybody.
Before we go to our places on Southside Avenue, it was earlier, it was mentioned by Sue that we're going to have a monument in honor of the COVID workers. And thanks to our mayor here in Haledon, he is allowing us to put it up in the park. Would you like to say a few words about that? Yeah.
Yes.
So, oops, sorry. It's my big skinny self. The idea, as Tom says, crazy ideas come from unions. No president of a corporation ever want to hear any crazy ideas from a union, because what is it going to do? Cost them some money. But we know money makes things go round and round. And without money, we can't do many things. So when the idea was brought up to us, crazy idea was brought to us. And Miss Angelica said, what do you think about a monument in Haledon? Okay, let's think about it. And the conversation was had, and the board had a discussion and brought it back. And myself, along with Council President Ramadan, are looking at a nice focal point so that you can understand and know, in addition to this national landmark, that they'll have a statue erected here in Haledon to represent you, all the workers. Because yes, we know that many have gone before us, but we have a building that is a place that has so much history embedded here within what we stand on as this foundation, but we'll also have a statue in honor of those workers right here in Haledon. So thank you for the idea, and we support unions, and we support each and every one of you all, and we'll be welcoming Mr. Jackson of Greenland, whatever you have for us. Okay. Out of those hard conversations come some production, so we're ready for it. Thank you, and thank you again.
And what was earlier mentioned earlier as well, Evelyn Hershey, Robert Ledley, the staff of the American Labor Museum, the trustees, and the volunteers, Joe LaFalce and Art Guarino, Mike Pecklers, Bill Santamaro, those who help out. Thank you very, very much. We could never do it without you. Love you guys. And let the 32nd Annual Labor Day Parade begin. So please line up on South Side and then you'll march by the museum. Happy Labor Day, brothers and sisters. And here we have the Passaic County Central Labor Council and the dignitaries from Passaic County as well. Thank you so much for being here and joining the parade. Treasurer Glenn Puzo from IBEW Local 827, President Robert Spear from IBEW Local 827, Pat Glover and Andy Newman from IBEW Local 827. Assemblywoman Rosie Bogoli from the 207th Legislative District. and the Borough of Hampden County Members, Daniel Ireland Imhoff, the Passaic County Clerk, and Mayor Michael Johnson, the Mayor of Hampden. And now we have the Roofers Union Local 10. The office is right down the street. Thank you so much for being here to honor your president and this year's Grand Marshal. Put your hands together and welcome the Dixieland Band with Bill Crow. For those of you who don't know, the name of that song was Look For the Union Label by the ILGWU. We should create a new song. And now, standing in front of me, the members of the Passaic County Education Associations. Thank you so much for coming to honor your president, Susan Butterfield. And here we have Pat Kelleher, trustee of the American Labor Museum, with the Plumbers Local. Okay, great.
Come on, guys, get the plumbers together. Come on. Come on the other side. Let them watch on this one.
Hold on a second, Bottle House.
Come on, don't be afraid. Come on, Nick, you're all ready. Let's go. Yeah, squeeze in. That's it. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on, Mike, get in here. Mike. Come on, hold on, Mike, wait, come on. Come on, Mike. Come on, you got these kids here. Let's go. Come on. Jimmy, you take one picture, that's it. Good job, guys. Good job. All right, guys. Thank you, Angela.
And now we have the Bottle House float with the New Jersey Industrial Union Council, Solidarity Singers, with the director, Bennett Zarofsky.
We got to be photographers, man. We're trying this out there. We're trying this out there. What's going on?
Remembering Carol Gay, the president of the New Jersey Industrial Union Council.
Happy birthday. Yeah, Andy's birthday. Andy's birthday. We stand undoubtedly for their armor.
Now we have Branch 120 letter carriers, Patterson, New Jersey. Thank you so much for coming, and we wish you well with your retirement. Thank you. And none other than Bill Santamaro and Mike Texas representing the American Labor Museum. My own car, my Mustang called Ruby.
Why not? Hello, Joe.
And the
Nice job.
Teamsters Union, we thank you so much for your generous support, the International Brotherhood of Teamsters, and we wish you well with your drive to organize Amazon workers. And Alan Scully, I can't thank you enough for all of your support. Teamsters Local 70, Joint Council 73. Hold it up, I want to, yeah, I can't see. I can't see the sign. Oh, the Teamsters, Joint Council 73, and the Amalgamated Transit Union New Jersey State Joint Council. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, I didn't even see you. Oh, I am so sorry. Thank you so much for being here. Orlando Riley is a trustee of the American Labor Museum. I'm so sorry I didn't see him earlier. Labor United Educational League. Thank you so much for being here today. National Secretary Timothy Durte from the Labor United Educational League, and the Green Party, who has been with us every single year. Thank you. And the New Jersey Peace Action. Thank you very, very much. The Haledon Fire Department, thank you for protecting so many people and saving lives. Running into a burning house is one of the most courageous things that you could do. We thank you, Haledon Fire Department.
for the ice cream. Ring pops here, cold beer, ring pops here. Ring pops here.
Almost.
No problem. That's 2 days off.
Happy Labor Day to everyone from Passaic County and the Passaic County Central Labor Council.
We plant the food, we drive the cab, we load the ship, we run the lab, we build the bridges, we fly the plane, we do the work. This is our day, we do the work. Boom, boom. We do the work. Boom, boom. We do the work. This is our day. We type the page. We clean the street. We sew the clothes. We change the sheets. We sell the goods. Yes, we do. We lay the stone. We do the work. This is our home. We do the work. 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 This is our home. We dig the ditch. Yes, we do. We serve a meal.